No kidding. And I had collected some others. Ray Bradbury's book, Fahrenheit 451. It starts out, it was a pleasure to burn. Short, sweet, and it's like, oh my goodness, oh, a book called A Stranger. Mother died today. And at that point, you've got 1,000 things promised in terms of character development, what's going on, how did she die, how is that affecting the family, this person, whatever. Obviously, it's important because that's how he starts. Uh, Hush. I love this one from a book called... Seriously? You only get 3 openings. That's all you get. And I think you covered them all, Sunshine. Just saying. Oh my goodness. Niralosa, I want to show you what Canada's doing. And I mentioned this in the recording I put up online today. Coming home from work the other day, I've got a friend that lives up the road here, and I was like walking around to say hi. And I walked around to the patio. Stop it. And died laughing. Now, I want you to realize that the picture I'm about to show you is, or did I take it out? No, it's still here, is the warmest day we have had in 2014. I want you to understand this was the prettiest day. It was sunny. It was the warmest day we have had for all of 2014, now that we're, in the 5th month of it tomorrow. And I have that. This is how we sit outside in the spring, guys. Yep, that's it. That's all. Yeah. So, I'm still in a sweater. It's much colder today than it was that day. Okay. So back to opening lines. I love this one. The sun shone, having no alternative, on nothing new. Oh, I mean, talk about a voice. You've got such a strong voice in that, like who that person is and what's going on in their head and all sorts of things. So, and this one, this is not a, well, yeah, got to read this one. The year I turned 90, I wanted to give myself the gift of a night of wild love with an adolescent virgin. Well, we don't know if we like the guy, but he certainly has our attention. What? Oh, my goodness. Stop it. Here, and you guys, most of you have probably read this in high school because you had no choice. Stop it. It's from Catcher in the Rye. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like and how my parents were occupied and all before they had me and that David Copperfield kind of crap. But I don't feel like going into it if you want to know the truth. This guy's got you. I mean, his personality, there's so much out there. Like, it's really kind of pretty depressing book, but that opening like that, he's got you. You're going to read that because, oh my goodness, right? It is just amazing. And a Russian writer, Dostoevsky from Notes from the Underground. I am a sick man. I am a spiteful man. Oh, okay. You want to know? You want to know more? I mean, some of these are very, very short, and they do so much. And I'm going to read you a couple of mine. Smug, bloody bastard, thought why. He stood up and leaned over the front of the desk. You might be right, Stuart, but then again, things have changed a bit for her lately, haven't they? So, anyway, short. The tall Eldorian elf has... stood straighter, but hesitated. I'm only the messenger, he kept telling himself. I'm only the messenger. Well, Solana raised a delicate eyebrow. Have you lost your senses as well as my gold? She sighed deeply. Nothing was the same since the invasion. The single manse at Night Oak had replaced her family's estates, and fools such as these, her beloved and well-trained servants. And we still have talking back here? And my last one, they stood in silence in the darkened room. She looked out the door to the flickering lights filling the city, and he looked at her. St. John found thoughts rushing through his head too quickly to form into words. He wished she would say something, anything, to give him a lead, to know where to start. And that's it. Short. Anyway. One was for a murder mystery. One is for fantasy with elves, and the other is a little bit of a romance thing. So, oh, somebody says, I don't care if there is a 3 opener limit. I'm posting a 4th one. Okay, then I'm going to read it. The country of Valor is a prosperous one, and one that seems to have lasted forever. Its people seem to all be happy, everyone works hard, and it has not been to war for many years. But beneath this happy, prosperous country lies a much darker past. It all started with a ruthless plan, a greedy prince, a secret society, and a glass of wine. I want to read that book. You know, it was all kind of, yeah, we've heard these stories, and then the glass of wine changed it into something special. Just like that. That's brilliant. I love it. Innocent love stories. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you. Okay, Thomas, an idea for next week's homework. A full story, 1 page, plot ideas, and dialogue. A whole, okay, we need about 350, 500 words. A short story. An actual completed short story, 500 words. You can do this. 500 words is lots. No? Okay, then we won't. We'll wait. But we're working on something like this very, very soon. Absolutely. Okay, Essentia is going to read one. Yeah.
You sure? It's a little longer than you were saying.
That's okay.
Do it.
Do it.
It's not necessarily all that good either, but anyway.
Don't care. Do it.
Okay. The sound of hooves on cobblestone echoed against the gray stone of the buildings and bridges lining the quiet street. Sorry, hang on a second. My computer is freaking out and I can't read this because things are twitching.
Paste it and I'll read it. Stop it, please.
Actually, if I paste it into the right call, I can probably read it then because it shouldn't do the weird twitchy thing.
Okay. Hello, Color Slide. Hello. Bella bombed. Oh, I should write that down. I've been Bella bombed. I like that. Good one, Snake. Thank you.
Okay, try that again. Sorry.
Oh, here we go.
The sound of hooves on cobblestone echoed against the gray stone of the buildings and bridges lining the quiet street of the usually bustling city of Helmwatch. The slow and steady clip-clop mingled with the gentle whisper of leaves rustling in the evening breeze, and the cool water lapping against the sides of the canals. The mythical beast said to live in those waters, the giant octolus that haunted the dreams of naughty children and battle-weary warriors or tiring city guards, was nowhere to be found. Momentarily breaking the calm, a familiar little boy ran across the bridge ahead, chasing one of the snow-white kittens that were his constant companions. Anya pulled up on the reins, watching Donnelly pass. She smiled wistfully as her thoughts wandered briefly back to the busy marketplaces of her beloved Dale home, her mind filled with the sounds of the laughter and chatter of her childhood friends diving and ducking between the booths, chasing chickens and spilling the sweet-smelling produce of the surrounding farmland. She took a slow, deep breath, pulling herself back to the present. Leaning forward to rest her cheek against the soft warmth of her constant companion, a brave and beautiful chestnut mare, Anya clucked her tongue quietly against her teeth. Happy to be home, girl? Walk on, Rahara. Walk on.
I know who this is. I love it.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Goodness. And again, it's...
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. You talk.
No, I was just saying thank you.
Oh, see, I'm loving this one. There's posting. This is good stuff. No, it's good. You've got the quiet, the bustling. You've got history. You've really got some strong images. You've got a little bit about the culture, the mythical beast. Where is it that haunt the dreams of naughty children, the battle-weary warriors, or tiring city guards or something like that. So we're getting a sense of stories that weave their way through the society, and really good. Really, really nice. My goodness.
You guys are sweet, thank you.
Look at in what Pyro said. You don't even hear the words. You just see the sights and the smells, and It's nice. And Bella's just crying. She loves it so much. So, no, and that's good. And again, all of these things, I mean, we've had some very, very different ones. We've had some, heartbreaking emotions. We've had some humor. There's been some fairy tales. There's been violence. There's been a lot of different things going on. And they need to be that, because that's whatever's the story is coming, whatever is coming in the story. This one was quieter and softer than some of them, but that just means we could have a whole story about this person's life. It could be violent. It could be a soldier that we're hearing about. We could have a lot of things going on. But the point is in their heart, she was looking for that home or that solace. She was glad to be home. So maybe her whole story was about getting back to home. And you are seriously noisy. For real.
You could be reading more into it because you actually know who that character is and what her deal is.
But no, I'm just saying, like, when you read this, it sounds like it's very quiet, but we do have hints of there's other things. We've got monsters, we've got guards, we've got soldiers, that she's been on some kind of voyage because she's happy to be home. We hear about her constant companion is a horse, not a whole group of people. There's a lot of things going on, and while it seems like kind of a quiet, chasing chickens and the sweet smelling produce of the surrounding farmland, stop it. Even though it sounds very, very quiet, there's enough things weaving through it. The promise is there. This could be a soldier. This could be a guard. This could be a mage. This could be somebody whose life might be very violent, but there's that longing to come back to home. That's where the strong memories are. That's what's drawing her. So, and you're right, I have to go and cook. I have to cook like crazy next week. Now, tomorrow, for those I can't do tonight's dual stream because Quill's birthday. I will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, what is it? When do I do the stream? Somebody knows? Essentia, when do I stream?
3 to tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 6?
6 to 8? Is that when we do it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then tomorrow we could do like 5 to 6, the second part of today's. If you guys are interested, if there's some, if you came in late and you've got something, or if you weren't able to share something with us today, you have another day to get homework done. You guys cheat. Oh my goodness. Good timing. Good for you. I'm going down to cook for Quill. Tomorrow, 5 to 6, we will have the second session of Relish Every Word. And at that point, we'll talk about the homework coming for next week. And like I said, I know I've got something kicking in the back of my head here, and I don't know if I will have the time, because it's going to mean a few hours, I think, of homework for me to put it together to say, here, let's do this. But let me see how the day goes tomorrow. So, yeah, not necessarily 3 sentences. It could be 3 sentences, Aver Kamen. Because some of these that I read, it was, I'm a sick man, I'm a spiteful man. And it, bang, that tells us a ton of things. Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, it starts out, it was a pleasure to burn. I've got one, they could be a little longer. You could put it out into a few sentences. The Catcher in the Rye, if you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like and how my parents were occupied and all before they had me and all that David Copperfield kind of crap, but I don't feel like going into it if you want to know the truth. So, it could be just 2 or 3 sentences, or just a short paragraph. The point here is starting the story. What's going to make me want to flip that page and read the second page? That sort of thing. So, that's it. I will see you tomorrow, 5 to 6, Relish Every Word, part 2 for the week. And then the gaming thing, I may be doing more Sims. I've got this farming simulator. Maybe we'll play some Banished. I'll let you guys figure out what you want me to do and let me know. And I'll see you tomorrow. I will tell Quill, everybody said happy birthday. We are going to eat like crazy people tonight. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Thank you for being here. You guys made this so much fun. These were all really good. Every one of you had something that was worth turning the page to keep reading for it. You guys did nice. I like it. Mwah. Love you to death. Leave your comments. I will be uploading this